Hello everyone, Earthangel here. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing great. I've got my trusty dusty rose quartz crystal, and I normally have it on me when I'm doing a divine masculine or divine feminine read. However, I'm not going to today. I have it with me because it is the rose quartz actually symbolizes love. It is whatever you charge it at, whatever, whichever way you want to charge it. I charge it with love, peace, happiness, protection, inspiration. Those are the positive aspects of the rose quartz crystal that I charge it with. Don't charge it with anything else. It's, you know, this is what it is. So when I come to you to do a video, it is about love. So I want to explain to you today, I am taken today to explain about my twin flame journey. Now I know I've come on here and I've talked about awakening, I've talked about the steps for the twin flame journey. I've talked about exposures, I've talked about many different things. But I was going through the steps of the twin flame journey, and that helped me to heal from everything that was going on, that I was going through with the journey. And I don't know, maybe some people picked up on it, some people didn't. I don't know. I get this, oh, you're such a happy-go-lucky girl. Oh, I can be, but I have my ups and downs just like you. So anyway, but I made the best of it. So doing a lot of work and healing, and I have to talk to y'all about that later, but doing a lot of work of my going back through my entire life has helped me heal a great amount. I'm telling you. But anyway, on my twin flame journey, everything was great in the beginning, and then it just kind of went left, right? As far as, I don't know, I wasn't receiving the love that I was giving. And, when it comes to people talking about their journey, it's probably about the same thing, men and women. They were noticing the person that they were paired up with, they weren't, it's like they were doing the majority of the work and they were not receiving back what they were giving. All right? So my journey started. I had no idea that the person that I was seeing, I didn't know. I figured they were single. And the reason I figured that is because this particular woman who kept calling him, like, he and I are hanging out. And then this particular woman would call, and I'd be like, what? I finally asked, why is she always calling? Are you talking to her? Oh, no. I met her a week before I met you, And then we exchanged numbers or something like that. Oh, really? Anyway. So time went on, and I thought, well, okay, well, nothing was happening. I'm telling you, I found out a lot of things. A lot was happening. But at first, you are innocent and you're just going with the flow. And this person drank so heavily. So, you know, and they got in trouble. And I was going to AA with them, and I was making sure that, okay, well, you're not supposed to drive. So I would, take them around a little bit and drive some. And I came to the shop, and, I was trying to keep his hopes up, trying to stay positive. And I'd make coffee, and I'd just make it. I'd make food, and I'd bring it to the shop or invite him over, and we'd watch movies, and we'd eat, or things like that. And sometimes I would show up at the shop, and men would be like, "We can't get him up. He's fallen out," and we just and I'd rush in there, and he's just laying on the ground, and I'm like, "What the heck?" That was long before I even knew this guy is a alcoholic. So I don't know about drugs. I cannot tell you because I wasn't with him 24/7, so I don't know everything that he was doing. But I did pick up on some things later on. And that's why I had to walk away. My thing about it was I'd come in and out, I'd be here, I'd be there, I'd work here, I'd work there, I'd fly to Texas, I'd do, and I'm keeping myself busy. I'm like, well, if he wants to talk to me, he'll call me. Or if he wants to see me, he'll call me, or I'll get a text, or I'll something, right? And so I would go, and I would go to the shop, and I'd check up on him. Hey, how you doing? Just checking up on you, see how things are going. And he seemed like he was really happy to see me. I guess he wasn't. I don't know. It's all a show. I don't know. But excuse me, in time, then I would take him to his court dates and stuff like that. And then everything just changed. It was like, stop showing up at the shop. She's going to be here. You don't have to take me to court dates because I have someone that's going to take me, or everything turned around. It became different. But I must let you know, because I've heard so many readings about, excuse me, this person wants you back, or, the person that you were seeing wants you back, and then I hear about sex, and I'm going to tell you guys this. I don't care what they told you of how things went down, but I can honestly tell you it only happened once. Once, okay? That's it. I didn't care. So, and it was later on that I found out about this stuff, and I just started to walk away. So then I finally walked away. I remember I went to see him, and then I took him to the store, and then I took him back. And he, over time, he would open up and he would talk about different things. And I'm thinking, that's how I learned about maybe that's the reason why he drinks so much. I don't know, but I learned things over time, and in my gut, I felt the reality that you're doing so much for him. You're spending money, doing stuff, and although he may not think that it costs money to buy food, put gas in the car, to go to his shop every day, to try to help him out, to, try to organize, although he does not think that I did anything, or I'd pay for, he'd pay for the car, go to DMV and all this. I paid for insurance, and stuff like that. And then it was like, and he goes, oh, yeah, I'll pay you back. And I said, well, it costs this much unless you want me to. And then after like 3 months, I was like, forget it. I am not going to pay and do all this stuff. It's not 50-50. God is asking for balance, right? So I had learned that lesson, and I said, well, forget it. I'm not going to do anything else, right? And I remember putting one car in my name. He had put in these other women's names, and he was trying to give me the guilt trip. Well, why don't you? And I said, I finally said, well, if I were your woman, because after all this time, I said, if I were your woman and I knew that I was number one, then I would help you. I would do these things, but I'm not. So I'm not. I learned, hanging out with him and stuff like that. It just, things weren't flowing the way they were supposed to. And then I'd get late night calls of him just being just totally drunk and just talking in a kind of way. And then he's yelling and he's this and he's that. And I'm like, I don't deserve this. The first few times I was like, oh, I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to talk him through things. And then after that, then I was like, I'm not even going to answer the phone. I don't care. So when I finally said, forget it, and I walked away. That last time I took him to the store or whatever, and I took him back to the shop, the Holy Spirit, God had already said, that's it. This is the last time. And I was like, you are absolutely right. Dear God, you are absolutely right. And I never went back to the shop again. I didn't go back to the shop. I didn't text him. I didn't call him. I did nothing. Right? And then a couple of years went by, and then I hear, oh, well, you listen to some of the readings, and, they're like, oh, there's someone who absolutely, he loves you, and he wants you back, and blah, 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 and at first, the readings were, they're singing Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Harriet, and Lisa, Debbie, all these other people as well. And you're like, I don't care, because I'm away from that. Years. Been away from that for years. And then I hear, they don't care. They've been helping, doing these spells with the person or the persons they're with, their harem of women, and I don't know, man, or I don't know. But anyway, I just I had moved on with my life, and I have been celibate for a long time. I like who I am, and I've learned to do the work. So, having to go back to my childhood, everything that has happened in my childhood, and then you learn about, people who are, I don't say friends, I say associates, um, people that I've met in my life during my lifetime. If I invited them over, or anything like that, we're starting a business together or doing something. They were associates. They weren't friends. And I learned that lesson also. And even through, when I went to church, if you're not receiving back what you give out, then they're associates. They're not friends. They're not friends. And I would watch very closely of how they related and how they would act, around me, if I had a boyfriend or if I had a husband. And you might hear them say, oh, I was speaking to so and so, and they were like, oh, your boyfriend's so cute. Oh my God. And they didn't like how another person would, just say, oh, your boyfriend's so cute. And I don't do stuff like that. But as soon as I introduced them to a friend of mine, then they would just, oh, he's so cute. Oh, the little, oh. It's quite interesting. What they didn't like, they did to you, and that told me that this is not your friend, right? So anyway, I didn't really have friends like that. It was always like me calling to check on other people. It was not them calling to check on me. Hey, Lex, how are you? I was thinking about you. I'm just wondering how you're doing. Or, I haven't heard from you in about a week. Or, I'm just making sure everything's okay. Me, I'm calling, I'm sending out little, inspirational texts and stuff like that. And some people would say thank you, and some people, you don't even hear from them. And as far as phone calls, if it were church related and other things, we would check on each other, especially the women's circle. We would check on each other, especially those who were around our age. Now, some of the older women, yes, they would. Some are really, really nice, and then there are some that just, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. But you find these things out. If you watch long enough, you'll learn. But anyway, let's go back to this situation. So I walked away, and I had to work through my pain, my circumstance, right? Because I actually had more feelings for this person than I guess they did for me. But then, over time, then you find out they're doing spells. They've been doing these lust spells on you and doing all this stuff. They've been holding you. And I was like, well, no wonder things were turned around. No wonder, you know. I'd always go and check on him. And I'm like, why? What? And it wasn't until later that I learned, there are a lot of things happening, but he's doing spells, and then he's got these other women doing spells, and you're like, well, I didn't know anything about it. I'm just going on living my life. I'm living my life. I'm working. I'm traveling. I'm doing whatever, right? And then it comes back like a vengeance, like, oh, this person, then I heard they got married. Then I heard, this is all through the readings. So any of you ladies that are watching me right now and you think, especially those queens in reverse, like Queen of Cups in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords, and any of y'all in reverse, y'all need to stop coming for me because I don't know anything about you. I haven't done anything to you. I haven't done anything to him. So, I'm just living my life. I'm sitting back. I'm drinking my water. I'm just living my life, right? I'm working. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And then you start hearing all these things. Well, they got hitmen out on you. But I've been gang stalked all crazily gang stalked. Followed to work, followed back up. I'm like, what is going on? Then identity theft, big time. Identity theft of, hearing about you guys stealing my identity, Rico stuff, you guys stealing my identity, you stealing from me, and here it is. Some of you, you bought a house or you've been on this great location, vacations, or you are wearing these nice clothes and you're like, and the ex getting the community involved or whoever is getting, the ex's ex is getting the community involved to come after me. And I'm like, what? I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not paying attention to you. I'm living my life, right? And so trying to, stop my finances, trying to, keep me in poverty, and then getting children and technology and hacking my phone and computer, whatever, doing all these things, getting these things and people involved in, they're being paid or, I'm hearing, oh, some of these people are being paid every month. What? To gang stalk you, to steal, or to, and then there's crooked officials. That could be government, it could be a judge, it could be court people, it could be whatever. Politicians, crooked people who have affected my life. That's not fair. I haven't done anything to anyone. I'm just living my life, right? And so, I had to get the IRS involved. I had to get state involved. Are you guys kidding me? So, there have been a lot of things going on. There has been a lot of bullying. These women coming after me, especially the ones, queens in reverse, y'all, who try to act like they are an empress or a high priestess. And that reminds me, there is I'm doing a little sidebar right now. There is an organization or family where there are a lot of women that you have hired or that are around you. It can be a family member, an aunt, a mother, sister. It could be these queens in reverse working at a job. There are kings, emperors. So I'm just going to say they're masculine working there, and they're still doing spell work to pull the wool over your eyes. They don't want you to see the truth. They want you to believe that they are an empress or a high priestess, and they are not. There is a lady that is truly a divine feminine who is an empress there. But as far as those other women, some of those other women, they are queens in reverse. They're acting like they're an empress or a high priestess. They don't want you to know that they've been doing spell work. Or, let me go one step further. Some of them don't even have an intuition, don't even have powers, and they've been going to the metaphysical store, to a high priestess or whoever, to tell them what to say, and they come back to you. So some things have been made up, and some things are just from another person. They're not even from them. But you have them on payroll. There are 3 women in particular, and you know who they are because you've seen them. They dress, one may dress provocative, and there's 2 others that hang out. They all hang out together, and they really don't work. They really don't work. So you're paying them. You've got them on your payroll, and they really don't work. They work a little. I'm like, who is holding them accountable? Who is holding them accountable? Because, they should be watched on a regular basis. I don't care if they're a manager or not. I don't care who they are. But they should be watched on a regular basis. They should have to come back to you once a week. But, there's a meeting. What are you working on? What has been done about this? Where are we at? What are the numbers? Whoa, whatever you hire them for, you need to take accountability for what they have done, right? There's what is she? She's a high priestess in reverse. She may be family, and she gives you some information, and you're like, oh my gosh. I know that there are some of you gentlemen in there who are saying, oh my gosh, we have to listen to her, or we have to, she keeps trying to give us her advice or how things should be ran, and I just can't get with what they're saying. And there's a reason why you can't get with what they're saying. You need to keep using your intuition. If it doesn't sound right, if it doesn't smell right, it isn't. It's important for you to keep walking forward. Keep your head up, right? There is something about stability, and you want to keep your stability in the company. However, you have a lot of people around you who you need to detach from, who are causing instability because of the witchcraft that they're doing, the bullying. You may not know it. But if you sat a lot of us empresses, high priestess down, you would know that we are being bullied. By your queens in reverse, or your high priestess in reverse. Okay? Or and he is the King of Cups in reverse. There's a King of Cups in the upright. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the King of Cups in reverse. So there's 4 of them that have been doing things. They're hoping that you don't see the truth. But I know that you guys are very intelligent, and I know that you see the truth. You've got your eyes open and you're watching. It's very important that you make the right decision as far as going forward with your company or going forward with family. Being on the right path, I'm going to say for me, and this might help some of you out, sitting down, being on the right path is sitting down and working on yourself. There's a lot of work involved from when you were a child till now. And I'm not going to go all into it, but because I didn't want this to be real long, but I'm getting there, 32 minutes. I need you to know, I need you to listen to your intuition. Use discernment with these other people. I was watching a video today, and I'm like, there's another person speaking about the same thing. I may get bits and pieces of things, or I might get a whole picture. It just depends on how God gives it to me, right? But sometimes when I can get a snippet of this, and I've got my own thing, and I'm putting it together, I've been wanting to do a video on your company for weeks now. But I get pieces here, pieces there, pieces here, pieces there, pieces. And then sometimes I need to listen to someone else for them to bring home something that I've been missing, right? To get the full picture of it. Sometimes I don't need to. Sometimes I get the full thing, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. But it's important for me to speak out on this. I'm picking up the community. I'm picking up the community. And what the community has been involved with and some, I guess, some old friends of mine, people I went to school with, whatever. I pick up bits and pieces of different things of what people do. And sometimes, I have dreams. God gives us dreams. I'm not the only one. Of people who have been involved or who are involved in this bullying. So it has been quite interesting, quite a journey that I've been on. And there are many of us that have been on quite a journey. There are some masculines who are getting together with some feminine, and they're not listening to their intuition. So you're getting together with someone who's not even your counterpart. But then God steps in and God says, this person is your counterpart and you need to act on that. God's saying some of you need to walk in on that now. You need to walk towards your counterpart. You know definitely who they are, and there's a reason why you're thinking about them. It's because you know them from earlier in this life or a past lifetime, or both. You've heard or you've dreamed about them. You've heard God say, or the Holy Spirit say to you, look, this is your person. You need to go towards your person. They love you and you love them. Believe it or not. I've heard, some people are afraid to go towards someone. And I can say, if you haven't got a confirmation, normally when you manifest and say, I want that person in my life, whether it's work or whether it's a romantic relationship, you will receive a confirmation back from God. Or you'll receive a confirmation in your dreams. So you know this is your person. Or you'll wake up out of a dream and the next thing you know, you'll hear their name so clearly. You're like, huh. And then you have to remember, oh yeah, I did ask that question. I did ask, well, who's my person? I'm just wondering. So anyway, you are given insight on this bit of information. So, it's important that you listen and you walk forward on, on the journey that God tells you to walk. Okay? So anyway, going back to the twin flame journey, soul flame journey is what I call it. Then, there are so many different stories, oh, you're adopted, or you have a karmic mother or father or someone in your family. It could be an aunt, it can be an uncle, it can be a sister, it can be it could be whoever. And it's like, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm turning off my mic. I have a massager for my back or whatever. I'm like, my son bought it for me, so he's got one, I got one. If I'm out walking or I'm out and doing a job and I'm standing all day, this is wonderful for your back. When you get home, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and it has all the different attachments. My son is wonderful. He said, I'm going to take care of my mom. I'm going to get her one too. Anyway, so the thing about it is there are so many aspects to this journey, and I'm going to say yes. I've been bullied a lot, okay? Whether it's jobs or people following me, people trying to, get me involved in an accident, people doing crazy things. I've seen some crazy things, you guys. But God, oh, but God. God has kept me. I'm telling you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful. So anyway, I am. Then you hear in the readings, okay, you've got two people in your energy. You've got your new person, and then you've got your ex. And I'm like, here's my take on it. And then now it's like, oh, you've got some other people in your energy. Well, speaking with my person, there are no other person in my energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know who they are and they know who I am. Let me just put it straight like that. But anyway, you hear there are other people in your energy. There are other masculines who would like to talk to you. Just be friends with you, or, or they can be, they want to be romantic, or, they want to fly out and, go on a date, or they want to, yeah, you hear all these things. But then I'm like, my old person, my ex, this is the way I am. Once you're an ex, you remain an ex. I don't think I have ever gotten back with anyone. Mm-mm. No. Once you're an ex, you're an ex. And especially once I walk away, I walk away. It's over. I've learned that relationships are give and take. And God gave you a chance, right? God put an Earthangel right in front of you. And you did whatever. I walked away. Started anew, living my life. But I also heard someone put a spell on you, did witchcraft, because they don't want us to see you in any relationship. They don't want you with another male. I'm like, really? It's like, if I can't have you, you can't, no one else can have you. Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You're wrong about that. You are wrong about that. You're wrong. I've heard there are people who want to come and apologize. Really? I haven't heard not one apology. Not one. Really? So in the readings, you hear that. But I haven't heard not one. And there are people out there who know what I've been through, who know my situation. There are people out there who know who I am. Now, I'm not who I used to be. I'm a brand new person. I have worked on myself too many years to say I'm not a brand new person. However, I am still that loving, polite, loyal, faithful, respectful person. I expect to receive loyalty, faith, respect, love, commitment. I expect all that. Because if that's what I'm giving to you, I expect it back. Point blank, period. Not someone who has a harem. Harem of women. I'm not into that. That's not my thing. I don't do that. That's not my thing. I've heard a lot of lies about, well, yeah, you're talking about high priestess, and you're saying that we sleep around, or, sex addict. We do all these other things. We're on drugs. What? No, my friend. No, we don't. There are a lot of mistruths that have been told to a community, to many communities. Mistruths told to judges, to a judge. We don't know where that person is. That person is strung out on drugs, or there's a disability, and then they're collecting the check for disability. Where is it? Where is it? The extra money, where is it? All right? There are a lot of things that have gone on. The using our identity to buy a house, to buy cars? Are you kidding me right now? I heard that some of them were repoed, though. Because you're not me. And you're not any other high priestess. So if you did identity theft and your stuff has been repoed, best believe, and if it hasn't, best believe it's coming. Best believe it. So I understand there are bills, stuff like that. You guys, credit cards, you got all kind of things in my name and others' names. And then, while everything was good, while you were doing witchcraft and you were, getting money from other people, then you were able to pay the house note and the cars, and you were able to pay your bills. But now that God has stripped you from bank accounts, bank accounts may be closing, or you know, as you receive money, money is just walking away. Money's going out your pocket. While all these things are happening, right? All these things that are happening, to you because of what you did to me and to others. Stealing, lying, causing a lot of havoc, bullying. You've done it all. Hitmen, really? You guys have done a lot of stuff, right? Going to pay high priestess or high priests, to do these spells. What is it? Necromancy, graveyard spells, death spells. You've done a lot of stuff. What is it? Freezers, but beauty. Yeah. I've learned so much stuff. My head is just full of learning of the things that you guys have done. Going to the police and lying, trying to get me or another person locked up for the lies that you have told, for the things that you have done. All of the things that you've told the police you've done. It could be murder, it could be theft, it could be whatever. You're trying to take a person out? Really? That's you. That's what you have done. Boy, I'm just talking now. Woo. I'm just talking. But I'm telling the truth. While I'm talking, I'm telling the truth about what you have done. It's not fair. And what you continue to try to do, it's not fair. You've got covens, you've got church people, you've got sororities, you got all kind of people involved. You have crooked officials involved. You've got people who've been helping you with technology, helping you spy, helping you listen to our phone calls. You've been doing a lot of stuff. And a lot of things that I'm saying are truth. Not Delulu, they're the truth. There are a lot of people, readers, inspirers, who say the same thing that you have done. So it's all true. We're all not going to talk about things that didn't happen to us. We know that we've been followed. We know what you have done. So, I'm just a messenger, y'all. But I'm speaking truth today. My name, God says, keep my name out your mouth. Keep my divine masculine and feminine's name out your mouth. They haven't done anything to you. Nothing to you. You may not like them. You may be mad at them. You may hate them. But they have done the work. More than enough work. More than enough work to be here, sitting here in front of you. More than enough work. But we're not holding grudges. We're not holding things against you. If anything, God is asking for you to surrender. Surrender all. Get your life right. Get on the right path. God says, you're all my children. I love you. You gotta let some of your wicked ways go. Not some of them. You gotta let your wicked ways go. Yeah, get on the right path. I've said that so many times. Dear God, I have said that so many times. You have asked me to say that. Whew. I've said it so many times. But I want you to know that I am the messenger. Many of us are the messengers. We come and we speak to you with love, not with hate, not with anger. I know I don't. So I want to let you know before I get off this video, because God says it's important for everyone to forgive now. Forgive. No matter what has been done to me, I forgive all. I love everyone. I don't hate anyone. I love you. I love you. You gotta know that. God says you can forgive, but never forget what has been done to you. Never forget who has hurt you. I don't have to hold a grudge against you. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be hanging out with me tomorrow. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So I walked away. Silently, I walked away. And I can honestly say, I walked away. You would expect one person who's supposed to be your friend to call and check on you. It didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. So I knew I made the right decision. I made the right choice to walk away. Just live my life with my family. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and share that with you. I remember saying in my videos, okay, well, I'll share a little bit with you guys. But my whole intent during the twin flame journey, as I was bringing it to you, my whole intent was to just explain so that you would understand the steps of awakening, the steps of the twin flame journey. That was important to me. It wasn't important for me at that time to explain how I was feeling, what had been done to me. It wasn't important. What was important was you, was me coming to you and trying to lift you up. Lift the vibration, even though I knew that if I were going through it, you were going through it. So that was my intention. And now, with everything that has happened, because I thought, well, nothing else. There's nothing else. After I walked away, I'm thinking, life is good. I'm doing my thing. And after I healed, life is good. I'm doing my thing. And then you guys, one by one, you come after me. Then you learn, they've taken money from you. They did this. They did that. You're like, really? Excuse me. Can be family, so-called friends, associates. The judge, some crooked official. They were in on it. Really? But you learn. And going through what you've gone through in your childhood and learning to let all that go, working through all of that, and then going through this, what I've just gone through, what many of us have just gone through. Some of them are just starting. Some of you guys are just starting dealing with this gang stalking, dealing with the hitmen, dealing with people stealing, learning about identity theft or RICO crimes, learning, some of your family has been against you. They're low vibrational. They've been against you all this time. You're learning, like we've all have learned. But you must take your time to go through and heal. I did a video a while ago when I said, with everything that you have gone through, you are the healer. No matter how they tried to beat you down, no matter how they tried to make you feel, no matter what they put you through, you are the healer. Even if they try to make you feel like committing suicide, you are the healer. Stand strong. It's important for you to love yourself. It's important. There are stops to this journey. Hold strong. Take your power back. It doesn't belong to them. It's yours. It belongs to you. So do what you need to do. Anyway, I think I've said enough. I just wanted to come on and share some of that with you. Because I heard some people said, we heard one side of the story. Now we want to hear yours. Mine is so in depth. But I'm just giving you just to skim it up, skim off the top. I'm giving you some of the story of what I've been through. Oh, don't worry. There's been trauma. Trauma and drama. There's been hurt and there's been pain. There's been a lot of bullying. I am totally against bullying, you guys. It's not fair. The children shouldn't have to go through bullying, and neither should an adult. No one should go through bullying, which is what those queens in reverse are still trying to do. And that high priestess in reverse. No one should be bullied. No one. It's not fair. It's not right. Anyway. Oh, one more thing. I have to share this before I get off. Dear court, if you can find me for jury duty, you know exactly where to find me to give me my just due. That's too easy. Now, learning that people have, forwarded your mail, people in the post office, they're working with these corrupt people and doing all this stuff. I just want what's mine. Justice to be served for me and for everyone else out there who deserves justice. Who deserves to be in their own place. Who deserves to be driving their own car. Driving a car, or have two or three, it doesn't matter. Whatever's yours is yours. Do your thing. If you want a yacht, buy your yacht. If you want to go clothes shopping, go clothes shopping. Whatever is yours. Not anybody else's. God gave it to you. So anyway, I'm just saying, I'm going to get off the video now, you guys. I love you so much. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me, to listen to my story. I've held a lot in, but I've purged a lot out. I've cried my last cry. So, as people say, I'm out the door, babe. There's other fish in the sea. Anyway, I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.